Hunger is defined by the Merriam-Webster Dictionary as a feeling of discomfort, pain, or weakness caused by lack of food, coupled with the strong desire to eat. In many parts of sub-Saharan Africa, hunger is an ongoing issue, with most locals subsisting on less than 1,500 calories a day, whereas your average American will waste 1,000 calories and think nothing of it. Over the course of my 30 days project, I challenged myself to assume the dietary constraints of an African and shed some light on this complex geopolitical issue, with surprising results. In order to understand the complex issue that is African hunger, one must first examine its underlying causes. According to an Associated Press report, one of the primary causes of hunger in Africa is an inadequate food supply. This is due in part to an over-reliance on cash crops by African governments as a means of fighting perpetual wars against armed rebels. These armed rebels are also an issue in Africa, given it is one of the least stable regions in the world. These wide swaths of destruction armies leave in their path destroy an estimated 250 million tons annually, enough to feed 200 million people for 1 year. The low caloric intake of many Africans is both dangerous to their mental and physical health, as low-calorie diets have been shown to, over a long period of time, hamper both mental and physical development. I managed to replicate some, but not all of these results. Let's take a look. Hi, this is the third week of my 30 days project, and I am just going without all that food. 1,500 calories all the way. And, God, coming back from spring break, probably not a good idea to slack off all spring break, because it just hit me really hard on the way back. I honestly don't know if I can do it. I almost passed out today. For an example of starvation's detrimental effects on childhood development, one need look only to North Korea, where their near perpetual famine has caused a drop in childhood cognitive abilities by up to 20%. One would assume that, given the media coverage, the severity of hunger in Africa would be more well known in the United States. However, this is not true. Of 14 students and staff surveyed at Eastern High School, overwhelmingly the answer to whether or not hunger in Africa was an issue was a variation of disagree. In addition to this, according to the website chasethewhiterabbit.org, African hunger is a myth, caused primarily by the Africans' necessity to drain the proud white race of their foodstuffs. And while this can assume to be white pride propaganda, it must be noted that people do not believe that African hunger is real, as shown by both graph data and chasethewhiterabbit.org. Over the course of my 30 days project, I learned through research and experience that hunger is not simply relegated to North Korea or sub-Saharan Africa. It is a global issue. Hunger affects all races and all peoples, and is found even in the United States, one of the most prosperous nations in the world. Hunger is an issue that can only be solved through action from all parties involved, both the most prosperous and the least prosperous. The fight against hunger starts with us. It starts with raising awareness, and that is what I've learned over these 30 days. Thank you.